borderline personality disorder. Why I have not done a video on past mistakes. If I do a video on how to deal with our past mistakes, it inevitably is going to make me have to talk about the one big past mistake that I have, or had. I should use the past tense. It was a had mistake. I no longer feel guilt over it, which is amazing. Anybody that's been watching me from the very beginning would know that there's the Amanda series, the one that I had believed was my one true love, my soulmate, the one I could never live without. This video right here will officially end the Amanda saga, the Amanda series. We gotta go, we gotta ride this one out. Me and Amanda were together 10 years. I idolized her, always, right? You know how we will idolize people? I idolized her from the moment I met her, and she never really fell off that pedestal. And we would fight and everything, but I never ever thought we'd actually break up, go our separate ways. I was under the belief we were going to be together forever. After 10 years, for her just to get up and walk out, didn't see that coming. So arrested on a Friday, we were living together. We were a couple. I came home Monday after that arrest, after I got out, to find the apartment completely empty and she was gone. After 10 years, just boom, no warning, nothing, just gone. I lost it. I had a actual mental breakdown right there. She always stayed on that pedestal. I never got to say goodbye. And once she was gone, she was gone. So the love of my life was now gone because of me. And there was nothing I could do to get her back. I couldn't even talk to her, communicate with her. There's no way of getting her back if I can't even try to communicate. I never took into consideration certain factors. I was the bad guy, she was the princess. That was just the way it was. She could do no wrong, I could do nothing right. Feed off of it, off the sadness. The most excruciating sadness and pain that I could go through made me feel something true. It was the strongest emotion I had. I didn't want to let it go. It was so powerful. I've never had an emotion that intense. I loved her. The feeling wasn't that intenseness. Now, once she was gone, there was no way for that feeling to subside, to lessen. So every time I went back to it, it was still the same intensity. I didn't even make attempts to let it go. I refused. I was just going to blame myself for it. I also felt that I was deserving of the punishment I was putting myself through. Now, what I had done was not that bad. I mean, they were bad, but they weren't unforgivable bad. Were they things that she could forgive me for? Maybe not. We were together 10 years. I was feeling guilty and hating myself for what I did for 14. Isn't that bad? In Best Care, one of my therapists said to me, I needed to stop pretending that she was innocent. She was not innocent. She enjoyed what I was doing to her. Stayed for 10 years. So even though she may not have enjoyed it, but she was getting something out of it. I was fulfilling some kind of need that she had. Somebody that didn't have some kind of need that they needed fulfilled would not put up with it. If she wasn't getting something out of it, there would have been no reason for her to stay. So me feeling guilty and pretending like she was just this victim held at gunpoint was completely ridiculous. My therapist said she was actually kind of validating it in my head, because even though I knew it was wrong and she told me it was wrong and we'd fight about it, she never actually left or did anything. There were no real consequences. She was the problem. Here it is 14 years later. What logical sense does it make to still be not moving past that mistake, not getting over that past mistake after 14 years? One of the counselors said that human beings are the only animal on the planet that is punished for their mistake more than once. Which, this is amazing to me. It makes so much sense. When an animal makes a mistake, it's either going to live or die. I now know that Amanda was just as bad as I was for staying, does it make any logical sense now to hold myself responsible for it? Have I not paid for my mistakes? Did I ever need to pay for my mistakes, or was just the fact that she left payment enough? Once she had left, should I have ever beat myself up over it? I mean, it was done. It wasn't doing that was not going to bring her back. I can no longer beat myself up over it. I can no longer use that to bring me pain. I realized that the guilt and the shame over that was something that I don't ever want to go through again. It's not worth it. How can I blame myself for something I didn't know about? I did not treat her the way that I treated her by choice. It was not an intentional choice. It was a personality disorder. I didn't know. She never found out that I had BPD. I mean, I have no idea if she ever knew. I didn't know. I never looked into it. How can I hold myself responsible for the way I was treating her when I had no way of correcting the way I was treating her? I had no way of stopping it. I had zero tools. It was going to happen. It was inevitable. I had no control over it whatsoever. Since I found out that I had BPD, now that I do have control over it, I mean, the knowledge of BPD is enough. That's enough to start to have control. I don't make the mistakes I used to. If you want to get over your past mistakes, you got to stop letting emotion rule it. I think that's why people with BPD have such a hard time getting over their past mistakes. We're totally emotionally driven by it. We feel the responsibility. Let that shit go. The only thing you can do is make sure you don't repeat the mistake. Never make the same mistake twice is my motto. And if I keep living like that, one day I'll be perfect. Don't dwell on your mistakes. Learn from them. Make it your mission to never make that same mistake again. What do you all think? Do you have a hard time letting things go? Let me know in the comment section below. If you've not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We're going for 500, 1,000, 5,000 subscribers, then the world. And it's going to be awesome. So hit the subscribe button. Until next time, keep on keeping on. Bam! Burn that bitch. No.